What habits do you have that are stopping you from manifesting your dream? What are those tendencies that you have developed over time that are blocking your manifestation? Hi, my name is Taffy. I'm a mindset coach. I'm also an entrepreneur. I help thousands throughout the world learn how to manifest lives you absolutely love. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the power of mastering our habits so we remove any barriers to our manifestation. Watch till the end of the video. I don't want you to miss out on this powerful lesson. There is an old saying that says human beings are creatures of habit. There is an element of truth in that saying. We are creatures of habit. Everything we do is out of habit. Our daily routines, the way we walk, the way we interact, everything we do is out of habit. And these habits are patterns of behaviors that we have learned as we are growing up, as we grow up, as we are exposed to different things, we learn these habits. Most of the habits are things that we might have learned from our environments, from our parents, from our siblings, from our friends, from all those around us, the teachers, and even our religion, our traditions, our culture. We learn these habits and we grow up with them, and it become us and we become them. Everything we do is out of habit. When we wake up, most of us, we go to the bathroom, we do our business there, we brush our teeth, then we might have a bath or a shower. We get changed, then we go out to work. And we do these things every day without even thinking. Even if I were to ask you to go to your local shops, you have a pattern of behaviors that you do when you are going to your local shops. It might be you check out if you've got enough shopping bags. It could be you follow a specific pattern or a specific route to the shop. You always use the same route. You always use the same road. You always, even when you go into the shop, you always go through the aisles in a certain pattern. For me, I'm used to our local shop. When you go into the local shop, the first thing you come across are vegetables and fruit. So I've developed habits of buying my fruit and veggies first. So when I go into a shop that is laid out different, I just have a tendency of looking for the fruit and veg first. Then I buy everything else, as I go along. That's patterns of behaviors that we develop over time. We all have habits that we are accustomed to, and we do these things, we perform these habits without even thinking. Some even have habits like smoking, like drinking. Some habits are even good for us, like brushing our teeth, like having showers, like getting dressed. Some habits are not so beneficial to us. As well as having habits in our behaviors, in our actions, in our physical dealings every day, we also have hidden patterns of behaviors in our thinking. We also have patterns, habits in our thinking that we have developed, habits in the things that we pay attention to. So habits are not only things that we do in action. Habits, we also have habits on an energetic level, in thought, in things we pay attention to. We have habits as well. Some have habits of listening to gossip. Some have habits of reading the newspaper every day and getting emotionally attached to what they read, or doom and gloom. Some have habits of, getting affected by everything they hear, the world is coming to an end, we get affected to that. You hear of a death or you hear of something bad happening, we get so emotionally attached to that without even thinking, without realizing. We have habits even in our thinking. And these habits, they affect our manifesting. Many have grown habits of looking down on themselves, looking down on their potential, looking down on the power that they have. Some have habits of looking down on themselves as poor. Some have got habits of looking down as they always lack, they always don't have what it takes. Some have got habits of looking at themselves as I'm not good enough. It's a habit. It's a pattern of thought that we've got so used to. Some have got habits of looking at themselves as always being ill, always being sick. It's a habit. It's a pattern of behavior that we have learned throughout our lives. And these habits, they don't help us, they don't serve us in our manifesting. Habits like I don't deserve to be happy, I don't deserve to be successful. For whatever reason, you might have been exposed to something when you're growing up that maybe make you think you are not worthy of being successful. You are not worthy of that relationship. You are not worthy of that job, of that career. You are not even worthy of that amount of money. It's a habit. It's habit patterns of thoughts that we have developed over time. Habits are not only in action. It also appears in our thinking. What we pay attention to, what we think, we have a pattern that we have developed. I now ask you, what habits do you have that you have developed in your thinking? Is it a habit that you are not good enough? Is it a habit of thinking that you are always lacking? Is that a habit that nothing ever goes well for you? Is that a habit of thinking that you are not lucky enough? Is that a habit of thinking that things always work out for others but not for you? Is that a habit of thinking that, opportunities never appear to you? You never get, a chance that you deserve. It's a habit of thinking that way. What habits of thinking have you developed? The good news is the first solution to changing our habits is being aware that even thinking can be a habit. A way of thinking can be a habit. You could be in a habit of seeing yourself as poor, of seeing yourself as a nobody, as a nothing, instead of seeing yourself as the powerful person that you are. Someone who's got power to imagine anything that you desire in life. Someone who has power to bring that imagination into fruition, into the physical. What patterns of behaviors have you developed over time? What habits have you got into in your thinking? Those habits will block your manifesting if you are not aware of them. The first solution is being aware. When you are aware of what habits you have, you can change them. Yeah, I know possibly you are one of the people who've got the habit of thinking that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm old. I'm too old now. I can't learn anything. I'm set in my ways. That's a habit as well of thinking like that. It's a habit. Anything can be changed. Any habit can be changed. At any age, at any level, any habit can be changed. All that is required is the desire to change, the decision to change. Once you are aware of the habit, it can be changed. I am a nurse by background. When I used to work as a nurse, I've helped many people stop smoking because they made the decision to stop smoking. People that were afflicted with alcoholism, they stopped because they made that decision to stop. It didn't matter how many years they'd smoked. It didn't matter how many years they'd been accustomed to drinking alcohol. But they stopped because they decided to change that habit. You too can change the habit of thinking the way that you've been thinking, the way that hasn't been serving you, the way that has resulted in the results that you have today. What habits of thinking have you developed? And are you willing to change those habits? I hope you have enjoyed the video, but above all, you have learned something from it. Most of us are used to associating habits with physical actions, but habits can also be in thought. How we think can be a habit as well. The day I learned that the way I was thinking was a habit, that was a game changer for me. Everything changed. I realized I can change the way that I think. I can change the patterns that I developed of seeing myself in a way that wasn't serving me. I challenge you going forwards. Review the habits that you've got. Review the habits that you have developed over time. Some things will take time to realize that it's a habit. Sometimes everyone else around you knows that you've got a certain habit except you. Sometimes it takes just asking colleagues what habits they notice that you have. That will be a starting point, being aware of your habits. Then the habits can be changed. Don't forget to like the video if you have enjoyed or learned anything. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to click on the link just here to subscribe to the channel so we can learn together through these videos. As I release these videos, we are learning together and we can be manifesting beasts, manifesting anything we absolutely love. I will see you in the next video.